Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at the deck for the Legacy format, and today I'm playing with a Tornadus-EX Aerodactyl. So Tornadus 170 HP Colorless Pokemon with Blow Through for double Colorless. You can go for 30, and if there's a Stadium card in play, it's going to be 30 more. So 60 damage with the Stadium. So very powerful. Power Blast for 100, flip a coin if tails, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. So the catch about is that it's weak on the lighting, which is bad side. Zekrom, Tendros will be easy job for your Tornadus. Resistance -1 in the fightings, which is a good sign. 1 retreat cost, it's also very good for this Pokemon. So with Blow Through turn 1, we can go for 60 if there is a Virbank City Gym. If there's gonna be a Hypnotoxic Laser, it's going to be 90 damage. Couple plus powers for extra damage, of course. And in theory, with those Aerodactyls, Ancient Scream, we can add 10 more damage to that Tornadus. So in theory, turn 1 we can strike for like 170. That's just in theory, but it can happen. But it probably will never happen. The maximum damage I managed to do turn 1 was like 130. 2 Aerodactyls, Hypnotoxic Laser, and 2 plus powers. That was pretty much it. But yeah, Power Blast for 100 turn after that. Turn after your first turn can be for 100 plus. Also with Virbank 130, with 2 Aerodactyls 150, and 2 plus power 170. So I think this deck has a lot of potential, but it's definitely not tier 1 because Verizon Genesect much stronger than this deck. Genesect can one-hit knock with your Tornadus. Darkrai is also a very big problem for this deck because with Sableye and something like Loss Removal, you can lose the matchup pretty easily because you cannot recover your special energies. And also, Reshiram with Ninetales can be the problem. But it can be solved just because you can one-hit knock at the Reshiram, so that's the big advantage, where on the other side Reshiram can go for maximum 120. So speaking about number of Pokemons, I'm running 13, 40 trainer cards, and 7 energies. So there is one Smeargle with a portrait. It's a very good card. I really like it. It's a tech card because it can actually help you to set up as many Aerodactyls as you can on turn 1. So with a portrait, you can you can look at your opponent's hand and you can play his supporter card, and you can still have one supporter card played by yourself. Very good. 4 copies of Tornadus-EX, just because we want to start with it, and we want to use that Blow Through. 4 copies of Aerodactyls for the maximum Ancient Scream ability to add 10 extra damage. 2 Exeggcutes, of course, with the propagation for that. Free Ultra Ball, free Junk Carb, free Computer Search. Very good. Jirachi ×1 for that Stellar Guardians, just in case we stuck without support, we can Ultra Ball or Dual Ball for it. And of course 1 Keldeo for the Rushing Retreat to get rid of your poison, or even worst, or even better, if you need to rush in onto your Smeargle, so you can use Portrait and then just Escape Rope back to your Tornadus and strike for a lot of damage counters. 2 copies of Bicycle. Very good card. You can draw cards till you have 4. Trust me, in a Legacy format, especially with a deck like this, you're gonna burn your hand pretty quickly, and Bicycle can help you a lot. Computer Search is an ace pick, no doubt about it, because we need something like Computer Search in this deck to search deck for free. 2 copies of Exeggcute in this compile can be free Junk Harm for free Computer Search for any card you want. That's just broken. 2 Dual Balls. You can flip 2 coins for each head, so you can search your deck for a basic Pokemon. The reason I'm running 2 copies of Dual Ball is just because I want to use Dual Ball to get my Exeggcutes in my hand and then just Ultra Ball those Exeggcutes for something, and I can then just keep using my Exeggcutes for free. Escape Rope as a tech, very good card. 4 Hypnotoxic Laser for maximum output damage we can do with Tornadus. 4 copies of Junk Harm, no doubt about it. 4 Old Ambers, Aerodactyl. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. If you find Aerodactyl there, you can put it onto your bench. 4 copies of PlusPower for extra 10 damage with your Tornadus. Even with the Keldeo, because I'm running 3 water energies, and in theory I can also attack with my Secret Sword. Pretty good, because Keldeo can also be good against those fire DEX and fire matchups, like Reshiram, like a Typhlosion with Reshiram or Amber Reshiram, so very good. One copy of Pokemon Catcher as a tool. I don't know why this Catcher is so blurry, comparing it to another cards. It's a flip a coin, so it's not anymore switch or one active Pokemon, so it's on the flip, and there's the reason why one is just enough. One copy of Super Rod to recycle those energies, very important, and also any other Pokemon that we need, like Jirachi, so we can use multiple Sterogadians, just in case if it's in our discard pile or if it's knocked out. One copy of Tool Scrapper, very important card. 4 Ultra Balls, 2 copies of Virbank City Gym, only 2 stadiums for me. That's a little bit low because probably a lot of you should say, well, if you want to use Blow Through, you need to run 4 stadiums. That's correct, but trust me, sometimes you don't even need to attack for 60 with Virbank City. The most important thing is to find a Hypnotoxic Laser and to flip heads in the coin flip and leave your opponent active Pokemon asleep. So next turn you can just finish him with your Power Blast. 2 copies of N, of course, for drop, 4 copies of Juniper, and 2 copies of Professor Juniper. Since it's a legacy, we need to have a lot of drop supported cards because basically we don't have VS Seeker. 1 Float Stone for the Keldeo-EX Retreat for free. 7 energies, 4 of them are going to be double Colorless and 3 going to be water energies. In total, my opinion about this deck is that this deck is very good to play. It's a very funny and very interesting deck to play. If you want to increase your chances with the Blow Through for more stadium cards, you can always cut your Bicycle to 1. And basically you can also cut 1 Dual Bolt and add 2 more copies of Virbank City Gym. But overall, I feel very comfortable playing this deck even with 2 copies of Virbank City Gym. So in today's video, I played against Garchomp, and it was one very dramatically game and one very hard game to play against. At the end, managed to snap victory. It was very close. Last 2 turns actually turned the winner, so you should definitely enjoy watching this game. So, see you in the game. Alright guys, let's do this. So, starting with my Tornadus. Have Ultra Ball, Energy, and Old Amber Aerodactyl. So, that's not bad. That's definitely not bad. Oh, Garchomp on the other side. Alright, this is going to be one hard match for me for sure. So I'm going to first try to get something like Exeggcute. So I can first play my Old Amber, hit 1 Aerodactyl, just perfect. Then Junk Harm for another Old Amber. There we go. And of course, Old Amber again. This time no Aerodactyl, but Juniper for 7. And more than that, there is one more Exeggcute here, so I'm gonna put my Keldeo on the bench. I'm gonna Ultra Ball for 2 Exeggcutes, and of course I'm gonna get myself something like a Tornadus.
Okay.
Yeah, something like a Tornadus, but I can strike for only 40 because I don't have Stadium in play. How bad is that? It's very bad. I could try to find Stadium here for sure. I decided not to go with the Rush-In Retreat Smeargle option, because in that case I would lose one of my double Colorless energies, so it's better to go just with the Tornadus for now. This game is definitely going to be a one hard game to play, because Garchomp is very good. Garchomp is very good, and once you play that Gabite, you can have extra setup. So I'm thinking about seeing maybe Sandstorm from my opponent on the other side, but Virbank City Gym will just knock off that cable. So in that case, I don't need to worry too much. There is also Silver Bangle, so that's gonna be very broken. And Dragon Call. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dragon Call for Gable, but oh, for another Gabite. Okay. Alright. Interesting. I mean, he can use again Dragon Call. That's for sure. Set up another Gibble right now. I'm gonna play my Water Energy onto my Tornadus for sure. And then I'm gonna Juniper for 7. I'm gonna Juniper for 7. Tries to find more resources, like a Pokemon Catcher, for example. Okay, luckily I hit that Tool Scrapper as a top deck. I couldn't get better top deck, to be honest. So Juniper, there is a Virbank City Gym. Time to put it into play, so I can have extra damage here, and yeah, blow through for the knockout. Blow through for the knockout. The biggest problem for me, it's definitely gonna be that Garchomp with the Match Cut, because he can just, I think it is the attack Match Cut, maybe it's not. Really doesn't matter, but 60 and you can discard opponent's special energy attached to it. That's gonna be the biggest concern so far for me, because I'm running only 4 double course energies. And there is rare candy for Garchomp. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but it is Match Cut for 60. Discard a special energy attached to defending Pokemon. How broken is that? It's very broken. It's very broken because he can go for like 60 right now. And also he can discard an energy. So I need to find a way somehow to strike for 140. Can I strike for 140? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I simply can't do that. But first I will need something like Float Stone. Oh, this is going to be 130 here. 160 with the Poison Laser. Ooh, better for me that I have Float Stone in my deck. It's better for me, definitely. I like the fact that I have Computer Search in my hand and 2 executes, because Junk Arm will be for Computer Search for free. And Match Cut, so he decided to go with the Match Cut for like a 90 and 30 from the Poison. I wake up, which is a good sign. So I'm gonna first use both Propagations here, and I simply need to knock out his Garchomp there. No doubt about it. I think if I have Float Stone, that probably game will be over. So Computer Search. So far no Float Stone. Nope, it's prized. Okay. Let's take one Hypnotoxic Laser. So it's 3 damage counters. I can attach energy, I can play PlusPower, why not? And then I can use my Oaks Theory. So far, we'll try to go with my Dual Ball, just to reduce amount of the Pokemons that I will have in my deck. I mean, greater chance to hit that Old Amber for sure. Not gonna happen. So I'm gonna play. This is gonna be 60, 70, 100. I'm short for like a 10. So definitely Junk Arm for Tornadus and for that Virbank City Gym. So I can get another PlusPower. Okay, that's gonna be it. Blow through for the knockout at the beginning of my opponent. At the end of my opponent's turn, we are both going to be knocked out. So again, I actually did a miscalculation. I was able to go for 110. I didn't need another PlusPower here. Oh, never mind. Really, never mind. I have 21 cards left. There's also Water Energy in my hand, so I'm happy to see that, because I'm going to be able to power up my Blow Through Tornadus. Go into the Dual Ball for that Jirachi. There is a Skyla. It might be for a switch. It might be for a switch. just for another support card. The problem is for my opponent that, oh, level ball, okay, that his Garchomp is going to be knocked out at the beginning of my turn from the damage of the poison. He can of course retreat onto, for example, Gable on the bench and pass the turn, knocking out my Tornadus for 2 prize cards. That's also very good play, in my opinion. Not very good, but very good play. But of course, then he is risking... Oh, another Garchomp. Well, okay. You can do even that. Match cut for 60. That's the knockout for sure. I really miss that Float Stone. I really miss it. Let's see what we can find here. 2 double Colorless energies left. Will I take the risk? Think I will. Think I will. So search your deck for supporter card. It's gonna be Professor Juniper. I need that double Colorless energy, and I need something like a Hypnotoxic Laser. And I managed to hit both of these cards, so 110 plus Laser for 30 will be enough for the knockout. That's the most important thing. And let's go with the Power Blast. Hopefully it's going to be heads, because if the tails, I'm probably going to lose both energies here. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that was the one-hit knockout against the Garchomp. And finally Float Stone. That Float Stone is going to be very important in this battle. And right now, I can knock out his Garchomp just with my Blow-Through. But I can also knock it out, for example, with my Tail Wrap. That's very important. But the most important thing here is that he can use Match Cut for like a 90 and 3 from the... Oh no, there is M. Ah gosh, okay, never mind. I can still junk card for Computer Search. Okay, that looks good. That looks definitely good. I have 2 Hypnotoxic Lasers, so I can just rush in with my Keldeo and keep my Keldeo in the front, letting basically my opponent to get the knockout from the poison. So I'm gonna take 1 prize. Okay, Garchomp is a very good deck. It's hard to play against it because it can do so many problems to you. You need to drop 6 prize cards against it and exchange, for example, 2 prize cards on your side with your EX DEX and Pokemons in your deck. So match cut for 90 and plus 30 from poison. It's definitely time for the rushing. And for that Hypnotoxic Laser, and that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm just gonna be clever and pass my turn here, knocking out his Garchomp with the poison. There is N for me. And I have another Hypnotoxic Laser sitting in my hand, so I'm more than fine seeing that, because next turn I can just attach double Colorless energy to my Tornadus on the bench. I can play my Hypnotoxic Laser, PlusPower, Bicycle, and be able maybe to find that. Okay, Dragon Call, will it be for the Garchomp? I think he didn't play Dragon Call turn before, or maybe he did for that Garchomp, but actually he didn't. He forgot to use the Dragon Call turn before. Okay, another Garchomp. That's gonna be another 60 damage, maybe even 100, maybe even 100 plus, maybe even a knockout in theory. He can knock out my Keldeo with his Garchomp. He needs Altaria, he needs Garchomp, he needs Energy, he needs Fighting Fury, he needs Silver Bangle and Hypnotoxic Laser, so a lot of cards. But yeah, in theory, he can go for the knockout. So Professor Juniper for 7. So Altaria, Energy, Silver Bangle, and Hypnotoxic Laser, 4 cards of 7. How many of them he find? There is Energy, so it's gonna be second. Okay, there's Hypnotoxic Laser, so that's 130 for now. Bad thing is that I'm asleep. I can still use advantage of my Escape Rope. And Dragon Blade for 100. Oh, Juniper and Energy discarded, and I managed to wake up. I think that's pretty much it. So, 1 Hypnotoxic Laser. 2 PlusPowers. Bicycle. Another PlusPower. And N. So I still need that Float Stone and I didn't find it. Oh boy. Okay, Propagation. I waste like 3 copies of... Yeah, I simply can't believe. Okay, I lost 3 copies of PlusPower. That's just insane. That is just insane. Really it is. And I don't even have another double course image or energy left in my deck. And there's Old Ball for another Cable. So Rare Candy, Garchomp will do the job. Oh my gosh. Looks like I'm gonna lose this game at the end. Maybe not, maybe yes. Really hard to tell. I definitely did a bad call attaching my double course energy to this Tornadus. I should go with another one because 120 and 30 from poison. It won't be enough, but yeah. Retreat to Altaria. I'm gonna be knocked out from the poison, and yeah, all I can do is promote my Smeargle in the front. Hope for the Super Rod or something like that. Well, Pokemon Catcher top deck. Oh, what a nice top deck this was. A Portrait for N. Oh boy, oh boy. You gotta be kidding me. But that was actually my mistake. I should first waste that Ultra Ball. Okay, I'm gonna pass my turn. Again, he can retreat. Again, he can have that retreat. Or he can even have one more turn to set up his another Garchomp. At least I decided to put 2 more Water Energies in my deck so I can try to power up another Tornadus with them. So I can strike with my Tornadus even here. But yeah, more than that. Next turn I can go for like 120 with my Power Blast, and that's gonna be enough to knock out his Garchomp. So it's all about what my opponent wants to do. Will he decide to retreat or not? We shall see. It's definitely a very tight match. I don't know, he decided to go with the match cut for 80 and take that 1 prize. Of course I don't have another option than go with my Tornadus in the front. Play Old Amber, knowing that I don't have nothing. So Power Blast without attaching energy. But I could attach energy, for example, onto my bench of Tornadus, but I didn't. Escape Rope. Woohoo! Okay. Okay. There we go. Still in the play. still in a play, because next turn I can actually knock out his Gable and win the game. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. That is... oh no, another end. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 cards. Maybe again Escape Rope. Yep, another Escape Rope. There we go. So I still need energy, which I don't have, but I have Junk Arm for Computer Search. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the game here. So Propagation. For the Junk Arm for Computer Search. Or I have Float Stone here, or I don't have Float Stone. Okay, so Computer Search. Propagation ×2. I still have N in my hand. Just thought. So Computer Search for 2 executes, and for that Float Stone, I'm gonna actually grab that Float Stone. Makes more sense. Force my opponent to promote his Gable in the front, and then I can have that retreat. And I can even knock him out with my blow through for like a 60. And it's gonna be 80, because I have also 2 Aerodactyls in play. And I'm down to 1 prize, and that last prize, and I have even Junk Arm here, so even if he tries to catch some of my Pokemons, I can use my Escape Rope and win the game. So that was... oh my gosh, that was so brilliant. I have so much luck in this game, especially at that last turn. So next turn I can just use my Power Blast and strike for like 100 plus, and that's gonna be it. So Power Blast for 120. I could even Junk Arm for another Hypnotoxic Laser, which would be 150, even enough to knock out his Garchomp. But yeah, what to tell about this deck? It's definitely a good deck. Not a tier 1 legacy deck, but it can actually be very, very problematic for some decks in format. But as you can see, I had a lot of luck, but the deck works just good. I'm happy with it. And definitely for the single double colors energy turn 1, you can go for like 130 with the blow through. Turn 2, you can go for like 200 with the Power Blast, which is enough to one-hit knock out any of your opponent EX Pokemons in play. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. As always, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.